Good morning, traders, and this is your South African Top 40, the Aussie Daily Trade Review. So GT24 is still messing around with these bars that bounce down the bottom, which actually add no value to our charts. But anyway, essentially what we do have here, we need to go to the 4 hour just to get this in. Now, the challenge when you've got all this crap data, in other words, you can see that bar, this bar, this bar, this bar, and this bar are all absolute nonsense. So we were having, you can see we had a low, then we had a lower low, and we had a low, and then we had a higher low on the oscillator. So we had diversions, we got a bit of a bounce, but now we've worked our way back down. Okay, now we don't have reverse diversions at the moment, although you could argue that we've got reverse diversions between this high and this high. So that's almost a double top, whereas here we are low, higher low. Okay, so two sets of diversions in an area is normally some form of a consolidation pattern, and that's pretty much what I'm seeing at the moment. So we can see we broke through, retested, rallied a bit on Friday, and then yesterday we came back down and we've tested. We've got an inside bar here on the 4 hour. Okay, so this could be a break of this consolidation pattern, although it's not. I mean, it's two touches on the bottom and two touches on the top, so it's not really well formed. I prefer to see 5 touches, so sort of 1, 2, and then 3, and then 2 on the top or something like that. 5 or more touches inside consolidation is always a good measure for me. So what I can do, see, all I've done is just move this level here up, and you'll see I'm basically created a broader consolidation pattern, which I think is more likely what I'm looking for. Okay, levels to the left. There are so many at the moment, so there is one that's pretty logical there. And then every single one of these fractal levels here is going to be a level. So if I come across back here, you'll see the congestion here of where, well, hard to ignore these green bars, but we haven't quite tagged this first level yet. Okay, which is 49,420. So that's the level I'm pretty much looking for at the moment. We need to come down and tag this area and build a base out of here. If we come to the 1 hour, you can see it's pretty much one-way traffic. You know, we gap down and then we move the downside. So looking at the hour, you can see we have a grouping. Okay, ignore the crossover for now because that's this bar here, but we do have a start of a grouping here. I don't have any diversions, but we are sort of not perfectly in the buy zone, but we are definitely grouping in the buy area. So I'd like to see us tag a level, and at that point I'd be looking at a long. As it stands now, Rand dollar 14.39, so that's pretty flat from yesterday. US markets finished up, believe it or not. Even the Nasdaq after the Huawei news yesterday, up 7.7%. So Nasdaq was, US markets were up, and Tencent is also up 1.2% at the moment. So putting it all together, I suspect we have a gap up today, and then we'll take it from there. I don't think we'll be able to trade the closing range strategy, same as yesterday. You can see there was a closing range, and look at the massive gap we had. So if we by chance open, what is this gap? Let's just see. From there to there, it's a 114 point gap. So if we by chance open inside the closing range, I would definitely be looking for a trade to the upside. I'm not really interested in putting in a limit order here, because knowing my luck, it'll be a massive gap up to here and trigger me all the way up there and then reverse down. So I'll just wait for the open to see what happens. But that is our closing range. It's also pretty much a fairly strong range of a lot of yesterday. And I think what we need to do, just work out the level here. Okay, and that makes sense with these swing lows here. Okay, so basically what I'm expecting is a gap up. If we do get above 49,860, then my target is going to be 50,039. Okay, this could be the second the pullbacks. In other words, we're always looking for a second move to test a level or a low. And there was the first one, which was a double bottom, and then we rallied off that. And now here we're busy with another consolidation. There's nothing concrete. There are quite a few pin bars and range bars and stuff in here, so a lot of confusion. We have had a grouping and a crossover on the half hour. So moving averages are still pointing down, so trend is technically still down on the half hour at the moment. If I go to the 12 minutes, you'll see nothing really. It's just, you can see consolidation in and out the moving average. Oscillators all over the place, so no real direction. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a bit of a gap up, possibly a gap to break this level, but then what I'd look for is a pullback. And the pullback you're looking for is one of two things. Either just test a break, okay, or let me just get this exactly. Or what we are looking for is a move back to the 50% of the range. So let me just get rid of the noise. So you can see there's my range. So I'm looking for a break of 49,860. Probably a gap break above that. Then I'm looking for some kind of a pullback. It is possible to come back and close a gap, but I would expect us to at least come back to 49. Well, first come back to 49,860, and then secondly 49,770 is also a valid target. Okay, stop is below 49,609, so make it like 49,610 or something, just to cover for your trading fees. Anyway, if we do break the downside, then this level here of 49,420 is definitely on the cards. Okay, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it at this moment. I am expecting a gap up. Whether it's going to be a 100-point gap or whether it's just a slight 50, 60-point gap within this range, and then a gentle meander to the upside, is still to be seen. Okay, then the other thing that you need to bear in mind is pay very careful attention to this diagonal trend line. So, which is at 50,040, but I'd look out for 50,039 as a target, but I'd also watch 50,000 for some ambush action there as well. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. It does look like a broader consolidation pattern to me at the moment that's brewing. So if I ignore this bar, this bar, this bar, and this bar, I had a big inside bar here. We rallied off it, come back, and I do have an inside bar. It's a very small one, but I do have an inside bar here that's formed through the day yesterday. So, ultimately a break above 50,040 would validate this bottoming pattern. Okay, and then it would bring up pretty much the neckline of this double bottom, which is there. It would bring USD 772 into play. Okay, obviously a break above that, that's going to validate a trend change on the 4 hour for a move back the upside. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I just want to close off with the ichimoku just to see what we have here. Okay, you can see the trend is currently down, but we are ranging flat cloud, flat Kijunsen, flat Tekinson, grouping of the oscillator to the downside. So that's the one thing, and we are in the cloud, bouncing off the bottom of the cloud at the moment. So we're on the verge of changing direction on the daily. Okay, we do have a bearish crossover here as well, which is not a very good sign. But anyway, play the short. I'd want to see a rally back into this zone and then getting up there. Okay, hours exact same picture. Complete confusion, flat Kijunsen, flat cloud, bearish crossover, and the half hour is pretty much the same. Bearish crossover. Okay, price Chikus band below price, so everything is bearish at the moment on every single time frame. So just be careful. This may only, if I just do this, bear with me a sec. Just want to get the closing range targets in quickly, and you'll see the second target is top of cloud on the half hour, but I'm more interested in what it's doing on the 12-minute. Okay, range target will break the cloud. Second target will be flat cloud on the 12 minutes as well. Okay, so anyway, that is pretty much what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm looking for a gap up and then just to trade that closing range strategy. Put the trade in, take profit at the range height, then wait and see what the next move is. Don't try and hang on to it because it's pretty volatile at the moment. And this would be pretty much 170, possibly 200 point trade. Okay, there we go. That's my view on the Aussie at the moment. I am waiting for some kind of a structure to form so we can get in for a swing trade, but at this stage, stick to the lower time frames and take profit at pretty much every level. Okay, there we go. That's for me today. Hope it helps. Catch you later. Cheers for now.